Have you seen these little free libraries around your neighborhood? They are free book exchange boxes where you can put in a book and take a book, and they are a great way to promote reading for free for your community. So my husband and I are going to track down a bunch of these little free libraries using the Little Free Library app where people can register their book exchange boxes. And we're going to see what we can find and just go on a book treasure hunting adventure. So come along with us. We are exploring a bigger town close to the small town where we live, and we first started out in this really nice neighborhood and found quite an interesting little library setup. So just look through this, and this is a really nice spot. It's a really nice neighborhood. They've got like cute little benches here and everything, but just look through this and I'll let you take a little peek inside. They've got like historical fiction and some thrillers in there, and I just traded The Adventures of Tom Sawyer for this thriller. I'm not familiar with it, but it sounds pretty interesting. So that was our first stop. Not necessarily genres that I gravitate towards, but we made a trade, so let's go check out the next spot. This one definitely looks a little bit older. Seeing some middle grade stuff, some mystery stuff. Oh, they've got a Star Girl. That's a really good book. Oh wow, look at that. An Alton Brown cookbook. I used to love watching his show on Food Network.
On to the next one.
On to the next one. Okay, so we just came to our next stop, and it's like in this pediatric like therapy place, and it's like gated off, so we can't get to it. So we're going to check out the next place. Unfortunately, we did find some of these little libraries that were not accessible, but we did find some good ones. We are at our next stop, and this one happens to be attached to this place called Manna Food Bank. This one's going to be interesting, so let's open it up. I'm seeing an Amazon box that is not opened.
I think it's for the Manna Food Bank.
It is for Manna Food Bank.
So we'll leave that there.
So we're going to leave that there. All right, we've got a lot of middle grade books. Ravenfall. I feel like I saw this at the bookstore recently. A kid whose family has psychic abilities. They have a magical B&B. That actually sounds kind of interesting, so maybe we'll trade for that one. And then there's this big honking book about Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War. That is a thick book. This Ravenfall does sound kind of interesting, so I think I'm gonna trade. This is another middle grade book, A Wrinkle in Time. It's a classic book, so we're gonna stick that in there and shove the Amazon package back in there. So we got another one. Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
All right, we're at our next stop, and this one was literally called the Book Fairy, and it has a little fairy on the front, and it's really cute. They've painted it up really cute. I'm seeing some interesting books possibly in here, so let's check out what they got. All right, I see Wicked, which I've heard that the book is a bit more intense than like the musical that you might be familiar with. So I'm not sure about that one. Let's see. The Flight Attendant. Okay, this is like a show on HBO Max. Oh, we've got a little fairy in here. Poof, life is peachy.
I love it.
Okay. Let's see. Les Miserables. That's kind of a cool copy of Les Miserables.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, is this in French? This is in French, so very interesting.
I mean, this is real.
And look at those old school sprayed edges.
Yeah.
See? It's not a new thing. It's been around.
French knew how to do it.
I think this is, okay, a collection of essays, poetry, and stories from across the African continent. And this is so this is an arc of this book. So that's kind of cool. I'm not familiar with it though, but that's really cool. You don't see an arc very often. I think if I was going to trade for one, I think I might trade for this copy of Wicked.
What are you going to trade for?
I think I'm going to trade the Catching Fire.
Okay.
But this is definitely a more unique one, for sure.
Yeah, I like the design.
I do too. So yeah, we got a copy of Wicked, and so far we've traded all of our books, but we might do some more trading, so we'll just have to see. But we're going to show you a little shot around this little library. We are at our next little library, and this is a really interesting one. It's like attached to this like auto shop. It's got this cute little like wrench for the door. This is a really unique one. It's got like a plexiglass door cover, and it's like a magnet. Yeah, it's got like a magnet to close it. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of like middle grade books and some romance. Okay, we've got some of the like Redwall series. That's kind of cool.
Me likey.
I'm not sure which one in the series this is. And I see another one as well. So we've got a couple of Redwalls, part of the Redwall series.
Which are great books.
Very good books. This is a Newbery winner. I know I've seen this cover before. And I know Bud Not Buddy, I know is a pretty popular Newbery Award winner. And I have wanted to actually read some of the Newbery Award winners. So we might be in luck here. But these are a little bit further into the series. This is like book 4 and book 13. So I think I'm gonna pass on that one. I think I can get this at the library, so I think I might pass on this one. But there were really good books in here, but I think I'm gonna pass. But still a really cool one. Okay, we are at our next little library, and this one is huge. It is so huge. I think there's like a front and a back side, so we're gonna check out this side first. And there is so much in here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lots of like middle grade stuff. Oh, there's a Doctor Who book. Cool. The Christopher Robin storybook.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
It's like old school.
Very old school. How cool is that?
That is so cool.
I almost want to get that. That's really cool.
I'd get it if I was you.
That's really cool.
That's really dope.
I think I might keep this one, but we'll keep looking. I think we're gonna check out the other side. And how cool is the little handle? It's like an old key. This is like, well, you'll see the sides. It's like a historical society that like helps keep the historical look of this neighborhood And so they're the ones that made this little library. And we've got even more on this side. Wow. A lot of stuff.
A lot of books.
A lot of books. Okay. Bridge to Terabithia, a classic.
Will make you cry.
An A to Z guide to the world of Aragon.
What? That's we're gonna be trying for that one for sure.
Okay. The Inheritance Almanac, A to Z guide of the world of Aragon. I think it was created by the Inheritance fan site, so it's like the fan club for Aragon. We really like the Aragon series, the Inheritance cycle, so I think we're definitely going to have to get this one. For sure.
I might have to go into my stack of books.
You might have to. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The Yearling, a 50-year edition.
They watch it in Star Hollow every year.
Yeah, if you know anything about Gilmore Girls, you'll get the reference for that. Very cool. All right, that was just the first shelf. We've still got more to go through. Well, I definitely think we're going to get these two. I'm gonna trade Wicked, and I think I'm gonna trade Ravenfall. So we're gonna trade these two and get these really cool books. This was definitely my favorite little library of the day. We found some really unique finds, and it just had some really quality books in there, but definitely glad we found what we found in this little library. I don't know if you...
I do this professionally, everybody, all the time. All right.
Okay, guys, so we had filmed us taking a break, but
it was great, y'all.
the phone was not recording.
Yeah.
So we just took a little bit of a break. We are in a different neighborhood now, and hopefully are going to be able to find some more stuff. We saw a little library next to this like Jewish temple, or it was some kind of like
I think it's a long office, baby.
no, it's not. It says Shabbat Center.
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
All right. Here we go. Look at that blue sky, everybody. Just like beautiful day outside. And a beautiful lady. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is it a little library? That's the question.
I don't know.
It is a little
It is.
library,
It's just
guys.
not registered. So this little library was not on the app, so be willing to scout out ones that aren't registered. Okay, this is like the third time I've seen this book.
Yeah.
What is this? Okay. It's like the third or fourth time I think I've seen that.
Huh. This is a very interesting looking one.
Very interesting one, and one that isn't registered. So, gonna skip that one, but we're gonna go check out another one that's right over here. So we continued to look through little libraries, and honestly, from here on out, we just get a little bit silly as we are continuing to look. Okay, so we found our next little library. And did we just see a dog pee near here? Yeah, don't film the dog. Yeah, so let's look inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, there's some Patty J, baby.
Woo woo. Patty J. All right, guys, we're going to check out another one.
Yeah, we saw that dog pee on that thing. We got footage. We got footage. That dog whizzing on that thing, you know.
As you can see, we definitely got a little bit silly, but here are some more of the little libraries that we visited. We didn't end up finding anything else, but definitely had fun searching and going on our little book treasure hunt. And we found even some little local tidbits like Pensacola Rocks. It's like a community thing where people paint rocks and leave them for people to collect, which is really cool. We even found some audiobooks as well. But we just found some really cool little libraries, and people put their special little touches on them, and we just really enjoyed the whole journey. Hey guys, so we are back at home. It's been about a week since we filmed our little library adventure, and I've got the books that we collected. A couple of these are ones that are just really collector's items, in my opinion, but I've got one that I am going to read. But let's look at what we found. So we have the Christopher Robin storybook, and this has really cute little short stories for kids. It's got really beautiful kind of old school illustrations. Kind of get a close-up of it. I just thought this was a really cool item to have. I always loved Winnie the Pooh growing up, and even though it is like well loved, it was a library book, I still feel like this is a really cool one to have on the shelf. And then the next one that we have is another collector's item. And this was such a cool find. It is the Inheritance Almanac, all-encompassing knowledge glossary for fans of the Aragon or Inheritance Cycle series. And Zach and I both really love Aragon. We read all of the books. It was like end of last year, beginning of this year. And this was just a really cool book to have. Hopefully I can maybe carefully get off the library stickers, but it's still in really good condition, and it's just a really cool item to have. And the last book that we have it's kind of a mystery thriller, and it's by Darcy Bell. It's called All That I Want. And I kind of wish I had looked it up on Goodreads beforehand. I just kind of read the synopsis and wanted to let the little libraries tell me what to read. But this is about a couple whose marriage is struggling, and they end up buying this old Victorian house in like upstate New York. And there's just the chaos that ensues from there. So it's kind of like a haunted house thriller, and it does sound interesting. The ratings on Goodreads were a little bit low, but this is what I'm going to be reading in the rest of the video. So let's see how good it is. Hey guys. So I have not been feeling well today, but I am needing to read. So we're going to start All I Want by Darcy Bell and see how far we can get. So I am about halfway through with All I Want, and it is quite an interesting thriller. There's kind of like spooky stuff happening in this house that this couple has moved into. They're moving from like Manhattan to like upstate New York. The wife is pregnant, and the husband is like this big time Broadway producer. He's gone a lot. There's definitely some tension and issues in their relationship. And I feel like the house is just kind of like bringing that out. Just weird stuff. Weird stuff is happening. So we'll keep reading and see where it goes. Hey guys, it is a new day and I am feeling better, thankfully. So we are going to try to finish up this book so I can give you my thoughts about it. So let's get into some reading. Hey guys, so I just finished All I Want, and this was such an interesting book. I didn't necessarily love the writing, but the last like 85% was like, whoa. Thrillers are definitely a new thing for me, so I don't know if this would be like a typical thriller. I know that this writer did write A Simple Favor, which was turned into a movie. So I know that her writing is at least known, is popular. I don't know how popular this book has been. I haven't really seen it on TikTok, but again, I don't really follow a lot of thriller people, so I don't know. I think I would give it maybe 2.5 stars. I just wasn't a huge fan of the writing, and I feel like it was a little bit juvenile, especially up till the last like 85%. And then, like, I felt like the writing quality got better. And I think it was like, oh, I'm at like the final twists and everything. So I'm gonna just like hammer it out. And it was like more attention was spent on the last part of the book. And I want that writing quality to be there the whole time. So do with that information what you will. But guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed getting to make this little library video. It was such a cool adventure. And even though I didn't necessarily love this book, we still found some books that are collector's items that we're definitely going to keep. And I tried a genre that I don't necessarily read that much. So overall, I think it was a success, and I definitely look forward to doing more of these videos. I am already planning our next video, hopefully doing some more little free libraries that are closer to me. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought, what was your favorite part of the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!